I'm going to show you how I painted this Charmander model. I downloaded the model from Thingiverse, it's number 4600030, and printed it on my Monoprice Delta Mini 3D printer. I primed it with white spray paint. You can watch a different video I did on flame effects to see how I did the flame at the end of the tail. But once that is done, the rest of the model only needs 6 colors. Yellow for the belly, orange for the body, pink for the mouth, white for the toenails and teeth, and blue and black for the eyes. The eyes are the only bit of this model that requires freehand drawing skills, but if you print out a reference photo and follow along, the shapes are relatively easy.
Okay, flame tail is done. Now, according to my reference photo, we want a very light yellow. They used the same yellow on the back of the flame, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to do this color yellow and leave the flame alone. And it basically covers a rounded oval on the belly and the bottom of the tail. So I'm just going to do this flat area and up and around there. So let's mix some stuff up. So I think this yellow is a little too yellow. So we're going to have to add probably some white to it to make it a little creamier. I'm considering adding a little bit of the orange so that it will match the rest of the body as well. But I'm going to do that after I mix in the white and see how that goes. Alright, that's the yellow. I've already determined this guy will sit without touching that yellow. We're just going to let that sit there. I'm really going to dry it with a hair dryer. So after I dried that thing out, it's covering the white pretty darn well. There's a little bit of gray showing through down here from the actual 3D print color, but since it's on the bottom, it's going to look like a shadow anyway, so I think that's going to work out well. So I'm going to move on to the orange for the body, or at least this part of the body, because I need to get this part done so I can stick it on a stick to paint the rest of it. Normally I don't like using pure colors. I only have 10 of them here. And they're all very saturated. But in this case, if you look at my reference, it's very close to that color. I mean, it might be a little darker, so maybe a tiny, tiny hint of black. But since I'm going to be doing the bottom parts now, and then letting that dry so I can mount it and do all the top parts, having the exact same color is nice. So if we can do it with this orange and have it look okay, I'm going to do it. Worst case scenario, I add black to this orange when I do all the top part and have to recoat these toes and legs and feet and bottom later. So I'm using a smaller brush down in here because it's going to be difficult to get that alongside the yellow in that crack. Now it is on the bottom and it's going to be hard to see, but I prefer not to mess up my yellow if possible. So I'm just carrying this line just barely onto the yellow. Just barely covering the edge of the yellow, just so I don't have any bleed through of the primer. Let's see if I can get this thing to stay without touching anything. Let's touch the back. Perfect. I think I'll do the pink inside his mouth first. That'll make things easier, I think, all in all. So let's mix up some pink, which is really just red and white. That's very pink. I think I'm going to go a little redder. Let's see if I can get that inside the mouth without getting it too far outside of the mouth. I'm going to be hitting the teeth with this. I'll have to go over and coat them white after the fact. Okay, so there's the pink. We will have to put some orange around the outside of that. Okay, we have a pink mouth. Let's continue on coating the rest of the body orange. The only advantage of having more than 10 paint colors is that you have to mix paint less frequently, and you can pull a set color of paint out of a bottle that's pre-mixed for you. Sometimes that's nice, like here where I am wanting to use the same color but needing to do it in 2 different sessions. Of course, you can always mix up a bottle of your own paint pre-mixed, but then you have to have a bottle and you have to keep it and blah blah blah. But I'm happy that Charmander's orange is basically the orange from my cheap set of acrylic paints. Normally I'd use a much bigger brush for this, but I'm using this detail brush around the mouth area. So I'm just going to keep using it for the rest of the figure as opposed to having to get 2 brushes out. Alright, it's enough painting. Let's let this guy dry. And since this red is the same thing I used for the tip of this tail, I'm also going to dry brush a little bit of red along the back of this guy here to give it a lighting effect. I might have to redo that if I decide to recoat this in orange again, but I have the red out now, so I'm going to do it there. Alright, so just some reflected light of red onto the back of Charmander. Okay, I have some white on a brush, so I might as well hit these toenails. And the teeth. How could I forget the teeth? Alright. We have the teeth, we have the toenails, the eyes already have white, so I think I'm done with that color. We want black around the white bit of the eye, and then blue in a kind of U-shaped on the bottom. Ideally preserving a little white on the back. I'm not too worried about that though, because it's going to be tight. So the blue color might be a little bit darker than this. So I might mix a little black in there by way of my paintbrush being used. We will see. Alright, trying to stay inside the lines, always the hardest part of painting. Okay, let's get some blue. I wasn't impatient, I would let the black completely dry before I put this blue on, but I am. So I'm going to try to get most of the black off that paintbrush. Alright, maybe I'll pick up a dab more of black. Not much, that black goes fast. Alright, just slightly darker than out of the paint can. So I'm trying to cover up all the white except at the back. Okay, let's call it good.
I hope you enjoyed following along as I painted Charmander.